Hey, this is Abbas. I wanted to share with you a quick tool that we use in my own business to track our virtual assistants while they're working. And what I mean by track is it takes screenshots of their work activity while they're putting in work. And the reason that's important to me is because I want to make sure that whoever's working for me is actually putting in, work that they're supposed to be putting in. They're not getting distracted on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. And then the second reason behind it is I don't want them working a second job while they're working for me. And so this is why I like to use time tracking software. Not everybody uses it. I like to use it in my business because it keeps our productivity very, very high. And then the other benefit that I get out of using this is it automatically calculates how many work hours each one of my virtual assistants put in. And so that way, when it comes time to process payroll, we just log in, we look at the hours, and then we send the money directly. We don't use TimeDoctor to process our payroll, but we use the time tracking software. And so it's a very simple system to implement. Highly recommend it. Put all of your virtual assistants on it so you can see exactly what they're doing throughout their workday. And so I'm going to walk you through the program real quick, but basically as far as pricing goes, it's fairly cheap. It's like $5, $6 per user. Obviously, depending on when you're watching this, it might be a little more expensive or whatever, but you've got all these different packages, they're all cheap. We like to stick to the basic package because you don't really need much more than that. So anyway, if you want to sign up for this, you go to the website link. I'm going to put it down below this video. You can probably click on the title and go to the website directly. But basically, when you go to the website, you can click on Start Trial right up there, and then create your account. After you create your account and log in, it's going to look kind of like this, right? Pretty empty. There's not going to be much here. I want to show you some changes that you want to implement before you start using the program. The first change is I want you to go to where it says invite, okay? And basically one of the things I want to annotate here is, here you put down the email of your virtual assistant. So if you've already hired a virtual assistant and you're about to get started working with them, you put down their email here. So I'm just going to basically use John at whatever, newvirtualassistant.com, for example. You want to put in their email down here. And then you want to set them up as a regular user, so that way they have very little access to anything besides their own data. And the most important thing you do here is change the screenshots from 30 minutes to 3 minutes. I like to see what's going on every 3 minutes if I choose to look into somebody. I don't want one screenshot every 30 minutes. To me, that's just not good enough. So every 3 minutes, and then you can invite them. Now what happens is once you invite them, they're going to get an email, and that email is going to tell them exactly what software they need to download and what they need to do in order to use the program. So they were going to create an account, and what happens is as they get to work, they have to use the software to start tracking, and when they're on break or whatever, they can stop the software, go have their break, and then come back and then start it up again. And again, this is really useful so that you can see what they're doing and also track their hours. One of the nicest features, like I said, is it shows you their screen activity, so you can just click here, and then you can select which employee you want to track, and it shows you all their screen activity for that specific day. The other benefit, like I said, is you can see a summary of their hours. I believe it's under hours tracked. So right there. So once you have somebody working for you, you can see, hey, you know what? This pay period, right? You can select the week, you can select the day, whatever, like this. And so anyway, you can see like how many hours they've put in and that sort of thing. So you can use that for payroll. It does have a payroll feature. Personally, we don't use that. We use a different software. So one of the next videos you're going to watch shows you how we do payroll. So I don't personally recommend this software for payroll, but I do recommend it for. So anyway, if you're interested in signing up for the program, click the link below, sign up, and invite your virtual assistant once you hire them.